Hello. So I'm recording a video because my internet is out. Both the hotel internet and my phone. So rather than cry about it, I'll just do a slightly lonelier version of what I always do and upload it sometime when it's not broken. So, the song that you're hearing right now is what I'm going to be recreating in my Mario Paint program. So, I'll fire that up here. I've got the directory here. It's called Mecha. Open it up in VS Code. And the browser here is already pointed to localhost 3000, where if I connect this app with shadowcl.js, and that will start up a web server and build the closure script and send it to the browser. It loaded the samples, and okay, so now I can tidy this up. I'll load the audio engine, and all right, it works. It just dispatched a few notes here, and so this is how we make music. All right, so let's figure out what our key is. All right, we started that note. So let's see, I will in order to just clear it, I'll just dispatch nothing. So we just set notes to be an empty vector. Boop. And now to find out what note this is in MIDI notes, here we can put that in, and then subscribe notes will just output whatever that is. So it's pitch 71. I'll copy that here and put that here. Now, yeah, actually we can use either the interface here or hack code in via the editor. So dun, dun. A C sharp. I think that's right. Now let's see how we are for tempo. Increase a little bit. Actually, I like to normally work a little bit slower than the actual tempo. And again. Now, since that whole thing repeats twice, does it not? Yeah, exactly. Now, this is where this comes in handy. In theory, anyway. So say I don't feel like inputting the whole thing again. What I could do is, all right, so output all of the notes. And I can save this as a pattern. But since we're doing this in Clojure, it means we have the full expressive power of the best programming language in the world. So we can figure out any way to generate this code that we want. And each note is a hash map, which consists of these 3 keys, which is the time that it occurs in beats, the instrument, which right now is 15, which is the bass or the heart, and the pitch, which is in MIDI notes. And what I could do is we could do it kind of the dumb, tedious way, which would be to literally just copy this again and then just change the offsets to what they're supposed to be. But I would rather do that programmatically, I think. Here's how I would probably do that. We could turn this into a function called bass1, which will take a time that the entire thing will start. And here I will change these to time plus whatever it is. And so what I can do here is copy all of these. Now I'll have to put in my closing parentheses after I'm done.
Since I'm recording video, I can speed this up, but I doubt that I actually will. Maybe I will.
All right. So now I'll define that as a function, which is bass1. And what I can do here is just replace that with, we'll call the bass1 function, which receives a time which will be 0. And then we'll concatenate that. So just by the concat function, which will just take that sequence and concatenate it with another one, which will be bass1. And it looks like it starts at 16. Actually, it'll be 17 would be the one. No, 16, because it starts at 0 counterintuitively. So let's see if this works. That should double. All right. Cool. So that is our first 2 bars, or 4 bars actually, whatever. So let's see what's next. I will just go ahead and clear this, and we'll figure out. Let's hear it so far. Cool, I think that sounds right. There, I think that's right. That might be enough for, I'll call that bass, that'll be the bass 2 phrase, I guess. Wait. Yeah, that was one off. I think that's right. I'll put the notes for that. And okay, I'll do the same thing here and call this bass 2. Now, actually, I could just make it a function that will add time to the time. So yeah, how about that? Yeah, this is that whole thing will be unnecessary if I do something like this. So we'll say, let's say this is our map, our sequence of maps. So we could, let's see, we could do apply update. Because here's what we want to do. It'll be all right, so what we would do is we're going to map update on those things and give it the arguments time, and the function will be to increase it by the time. So yeah, let's say we would just use 1 to begin with. So make this a function. Which will take a map and update the map like that. There. So yeah, so we would do this. And it will add time to the time. All right, so let's see. Okay. So then we would just say base 2, and we would delay it by let's see. First, how about if I test it? If we did base 2 0, then it's the same thing. Now let's say we delayed it by 1. Yeah, cool. So it works just how you would expect. So we would say base 2, and we have to figure out when, let's see, it would be 16, and then 32. So it would, yeah, start at 32, I guess. Let's see if that's right. We'll listen to the whole thing. All right. Cool. I don't think I've ever actually used this function before, which is perfect. It just takes an existing sequence and adds the time. How did it go? good. So it was slightly fast, so the tempo is going to be like not an integer. It'll be like 156.5. So I set that, and I'll clean up some of this code. And if I can coax my Wi-Fi to do a push, that'll be the question. Then I'll be able to check in this code. And yeah, it looks good. So don't need this. I'll make this a function called last note. Or we'll call it beats. Note beats. That'll be a nullary function. And cool. I'll set the tempo at the beginning of the file, just because that'll be the best place to do that. And actually the note beats function should go at the top. And I'll save that. And yeah, cool, we're done. I'll go, let's see if we can go to GitHub. It's not the most heavyweight website in the world. And let's see, we'll rename this Confuzion. Mecha Confusion. That sounds great. It'll be Confusion CLJS, but we'll put it inside songs. And then actually it'll be called mecha.songs.confusion. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to do a push from VS Code, but anyway, I suppose that'll be it for this stream, or this video anyway. I've got a bunch of editing to do because it's 3.5 hours almost of clock time, and I'll check in this code on my own time back if the internet ever works again. So I'll leave you with the I'll roll the outro music. Alright. Oh, cool. Next time, we'll do the drums and the lead. Cool. Finish the whole bass track.